driving, just like always. I kind of zone out when I'm driving because I've been doing it for a long time. Okay, there was something in the road, it like blew across the road, it was a plastic bag, but I didn't have time to stop, so I just kind of drove over it. And then there was a yellow light, but I just sped through it because I didn't have time to stop. It's okay, you're allowed to go through yellow lights, but I didn't break any laws. But, you know, I just was keep going, keep driving. I dropped the kids off, and all of a sudden I was at Cornell. And I didn't even really know how I got there. I had just been zoning out the whole time. And some of you are looking at me like, Mrs. Fritz, why are you telling us about driving? It's reading, right? But it reminds me of you guys as readers, because you guys have been reading for a long time now. You've been readers since kindergarten. And I think that you've been reading so well for so long that sometimes you guys read and you forget to stop at mistakes, okay? You just keep going. You don't pay attention to your speed, and you don't pay attention to what's happening in the story. You just keep reading and reading. So today I want to teach you a new strategy that's going to really help you in all parts of your life and your school, but especially during independent reading time, okay? It goes along with these two icons right here. You'll probably recognize them. They're ones that I think you've done before. Okay. I'm sure you can see it. So we have two. I couldn't decide on just one, so I made it into two. I can read with sufficient accuracy and fluency to support my comprehension. Okay, there's some big words in there. Accuracy means you're not making a lot of mistakes. Fluency means you sound smooth and quick. Okay, that's all to support your comprehension, which is do you understand your story, right? That's the whole point of reading, is to enjoy and to understand your story. The second one, this is one we're really going to focus in on today. I can use context to confirm or self-correct and reread when necessary. Self-correct means that if you see or hear yourself make a mistake, you're going to go back and you are going to fix it up, okay? So the strategy I'm about to teach you, here's a bookmark to help you. You're all going to get this, but I'll just show it to you right now. It is called Notice, Think, Fix. You say it with me. Notice, think, fix. Okay? So when I'm reading, I can notice, I can think, and I can fix. Today, I'm going to tell you what that means. I'm going to show it to you in a book. Then you guys are going to go out and do that. And you're going to find a place in your own books where you notice, think, and fix. And we're going to share it out. Okay? And share how do we use that strategy to help ourselves. So first, let's think. What does it mean to notice? What does it mean to notice when you're reading? What should you be noticing? There's 3 different things I want you to pay attention to, okay? I want you to pay attention when something didn't look right or you don't know a word. I'm going to call that decoding, okay? You mess up on a word or you notice this is a really hard word and I don't know how to solve it, okay? I would say that's probably one of the most common mistakes I see. The second one is I want you to notice if your reading does not sound smooth and quick like talking, okay? Notice that. The third thing is if something doesn't make sense. Okay, if you get to the end of your page and you were kind of like me on my drive and you weren't paying them a lot of attention and you're like, I don't know what my character did on this page. I don't really know what's happening. Pay attention to that, okay? The next step is to think. You need to think about the mistake that you noticed and what tools have you learned so far in school to help you fix these mistakes. I've written down a few strategies for each one to help you, okay? So if you were struggling on decoding a word, you could use some of these strategies, like finding a part, trying different sounds. If you're struggling on fluency, you might want to read it like the character would say it, or make sure you're reading with a just right pace. If you were struggling on your comprehension, you could do a comprehension check and ask yourself, what just happened? Or you might try to retell, okay? Now, we are going to continue to teach you guys some more tools to add, okay? More strategies to add as we go along through this year. And the last step is to fix it. This means you're going to use that tool or that strategy you just chose and think, did it work? How do I know it worked, right? Did it sound good? Did it look right? How did that help me make my reading better? I have some questions down there to help you. What if it doesn't work? No. What if you choose a strategy and you try it and it doesn't even work? What do you do? Ricky, what do you do?
Reread.
You could reread. Am I just gonna go back and reread and try the same strategy again? No, you might have to look down that list and try a different strategy. That's why that fix is really important, because you have to say, did it work or not? Okay, now I'm going to show you in your guys' book, okay, how I could use my notice, think, fix strategy during independent reading time. Okay, so just watch me for this one, and then for the next one, I'm going to have you guys be my helpers. Okay, ready? Here in the meeting, the moody receptionist nosily drummed his fingers on the table. Something didn't make sense right there. I don't know what nosily drummed his fingers on the table means. I'm going to go back and check this word nosely. I think that's the one that didn't make sense to me. I know one strategy. I saw some of you doing it when I was reading with you. You guys like to take off that ending, so I'm going to try that. Nosely. Nosely. Okay, let me try that. Here in the morning, the moody receptionist nosely drummed his fingers on the table. But that's what I said last time. Okay? So let me check this again and see what parts I know. Jackson, I think I heard you. You know a part of this word, don't you? That O-I vowel team. Okay? Let me try that. I know that, like in the word, like oink. Okay? Would make an oi. Let me try that. Noisily. Noisily. Oh, here in the meetings, the moody receptionist noisily drummed his fingers on the table. Did that sound right?
Yes.
Yes. Does that make sense to me? Okay. So, did you see how I noticed my mistake? I said, something didn't make sense there. Then I had to think, okay, what strategy can I use to figure out a word? First, I tried to take off my ending, but did that help me?
No.
When I went to my fix, did that work?
No.
No. So I had to go back to my think and do it again. And then I checked, did it work?
Yes.
Yeah, it did sound right. Okay, now you guys are gonna help me for the rest. Okay, be checking to see, you can be my stop signs. Am I decoding my words? Am I reading fluently? And you think I'm understanding what I'm reading? Okay. Clearly he didn't think he had time to sit there. Next to the unpleasant Bert Anderson sat his complete opposite, the friendly and always cheerful Rita Henderson. Oh, I see some stop signs. Turn and tell your partner, which part are you noticing I didn't do right? My decoding, my fluency, or my comprehension? Yeah, just tell someone real close to you. Real quick. Oh, I hear a lot of you saying the same thing. Okay, 3, 2, 1, eyes back to me. Give me a thumbs up if you said that I didn't sound smooth and I didn't sound like I was talking. Yeah, I heard a lot of you say, you were reading choppy. Okay, when we read choppy, we're probably not understanding. So now, oh, there it goes. So now I'm going to think, okay, what are my strategies for when I'm not reading smooth? I'm going to try to reread and scoop up my words. See if I can fix it. Next to the unpleasant Bert Anderson sat his complete opposite, the friendly and always cheerful Rita Henderson, a chef from New Orleans. Did that sound better?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, now, on my sticky note, okay, I'm going to give you all a sticky note so we can keep track. You can write down any of the things that you noticed and you wanted to fix. So I'm just going to quickly write down I'm going to write down the word decoding because that's what I struggled at first. I'm going to write down noisily, and if you want, you can write down the strategy, or if you think you can remember what you did, you can do that. I'm just going to put a box around my LY and underline my OI. Okay, that way, when I'm telling my partner what I did to notice, think, and fix, I can share it with them. And I'm going to stick it right in my book. Okay? You guys are going to go off and do this exact same thing. Your job is going to be to find one spot in your reading where you're using this strategy. Okay? Find a spot where something was tricky and you guys fixed it up. I'm going to be watching to see who can share this during share out. And I'm also going to give you guys this bookmark. Okay, so if you need some ideas on strategies to think, you sure can use it. Jackson?
Are we writing the book that we wrote?
You can read any book you want, whatever book you love, okay? You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I would like the girls to come up and get a bookmark.